Dear student, how are you? I am Milan Kumar Sarkar, teacher Alfadang Arifujjaman Government High School. Today I would like to talk about some grammatical item. I think you are observing two sentences here. He said to me, I am in. And here is another one, that is, he told me that he was in. So I think you all guess what we are discussing about. What is that? That is narration. 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 Do you know narrations are two kinds: direct narration and indirect narration. First one is direct narration, and second one, that is indirect narration. So here are two sentences. So which one is direct and which one is indirect? When you find comma, inverted comma, in the meantime we called it direct narration. When we just omit those things using grammatical way, in the meantime it is called indirect narration. So narration depends on sentence, So if we discuss about narration, so before that we would like to know about which one narration depends on. So already I told you narration depends on sentence. So according to origin, sentences are 5 kinds. First one, that is assertive sentence. Second one, that is interrogative sentence. Third one is imperative sentence. Fourth one, that is optative sentence. And the last one, that is exclamatory sentence. So already I discussed about assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. So basically narration depends on those 5 sentences, and if you know about that, suppose I would like to give an example of assertive sentence. Here is that I am ill. Here is that there is a subject, and at the end of the sentence you can find out a full stop. So this is called assertive sentence. If I give an example to interrogative like that, what is your name? That is that it is started with WH word. Sometimes it started with auxiliary verb, and when it is started with WH word or auxiliary verb, in the meantime you have to draw a interrogative mark at the end of the sentence. In the meantime we call it interrogative sentence. Imperative sentence, if I introduce an imperative sentence that is started with verb, do it. So most of the time, naturally, in imperative sentence the subject is omitted here, and sometimes it's started with let us play. So there are 2 types of imperative sentence. First one, that is started with verb, and second one, that is started with let. Optative sentence, like that, if I give an example, may Allah bless you. So it is a example of optative sentence. Exclamatory, if I give another example of exclamatory, that is that what a nice bird it is. What a nice bird it is. And when, especially this is the magic form of exclamatory sentence, when you find out this symbol that is not of exclamation, in the meantime it is an exclamatory sentence. So what we learn about that from this topic? So here is that narration depends on sentence. Sentences are 5 kinds: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. And we have learned about some example of assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and last one, that is already I discussed, exclamatory sentence. So now I would like to give another idea. So first one, you have to detect sentence, which sentence you find, and then you go through the rules of narration using some specific rules, and then you can find out some idea about that. Okay, so here is that, and here is the person. I would like to introduce you before starting narration, the basics, some basic idea I would like to share with you. So person, persons are 3 kinds: first person, second person, and third person. So first person, I and we. Second person, you. And third person, he, she, they, and last one, that is it. So first person, this is a subjective form of first person, this is a subjective form of second person, and those are the subjective form of third person. If I use object, I, that turn into me, we turn into us, you turn into you, he turn into him, she turn into her, they turn into them, and it turn into it. So this is a person. Persons are 3 kinds: first person, second person, and third person. First person, I, we; second person, you; third person, he, she, they, it. So the subjective form of first person, I; the objective form of I is me, we, us; you, he, him; she, her; they, them; and it, it. So now I would like to discuss about tense, because it's very much important to learn narration. If you do not have the idea of tenses, you can't go through narration well. So tense, first I would like to introduce you present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense turn into past indefinite tense in narration. Present continuous, that turn into past continuous. Present perfect turn into past perfect. Present perfect continuous turn into past perfect continuous. Past indefinite, that turn into past perfect. Past continuous, that turn into past perfect continuous. Past perfect, no change; past perfect continuous, no change; future indefinite, future in the past. So this way you will turn into tense according to narration. Okay, so I would like to give an example. Here is that, if I write here, already he said to me, I am ill. So there is the inverted comma. So I would like to introduce you another thing. When you find, always you find inverted comma. In inverted comma, in the portion of inverted comma, this is called reported speech. This is called reported speech, and beside this reported speech, you find reporting verb. So it can be here and it can be here also. So if I write here, I am ill. He said to me. He said to me. This one is also correct because reporting verb can be in the first position and it can be at the end of the sentence. It doesn't matter, okay? So in narration there are four basic changes. In narration there are four basic changes. First one, that is said to, said to. Second one, that is comma, inverted comma. Third one, person, and last one, tense. So in assertive sentence, instead of said to, we use told. He told. And here is that me. It's come here, me. Instead of comma, inverted comma, that would we use that. And person sense. Here is that person, first person, it's turned into subject. Subject he, third person, so there is no sense. He, am turned into was, and then ill. So this way we can change assertive sentence into indirect, okay? So narration, already I told you that narration depends on sentence, and here you can find out a assertive sentence. Here is that. And that is why the rule of assertive sentence is, instead of said, there are four changes actually. First one, what we have done here, what is the rule? The first one, said to. Said to. We use here told. Sometimes it can be said, so in the meantime we can use only said. Instead of said to, use told. If it is said here, in reporting verb we find out said. In the meantime you can use said. Second one, that is comma, inverted comma. Comma, inverted comma. Instead of comma, inverted comma, we use that. Person, number 3. First person, this first person always follow their subject. First person follow the subject. Second person always follow the object. And third person, there is no change. So person, when you find out person, in the meantime you have to detect first person. If you find out first person, in the meantime it depends on subject. Second person depends on object, and third person there is no change, okay? So instead of comma, inverted comma, that person, already I told you the fact. First person change by subject. Second person says by object, and third person there is no change. So first person depends on subject, second person depends on object, and third person there is no change, okay? So here is that you can find out. Here he, the subject from he, we use here he. Instead of say to, use told. And here is that me, that here, that comes here. And instead of comma, inverted comma, we use that. And person, first person, this is I. So first person, I, we already discussed about. So I, first person, it depends on subject. Subject he, that is third person, so use here third person. And it's a present indefinite tense because I am ill. Without ing, am is are without ing is called present indefinite. That is why am is are, that the past the present indefinite that turned into past indefinite. That's why am turned into was, and there is ill. Okay, so this is the learning thing of assertive sentence if we use narration. Okay, an assertive sentence. That was the